guys, welcome to the video. Okay, so today's video is all about body positivity. This video is for you if you are someone who maybe wants to make some changes but also struggles with the idea that you want to be comfortable with the skin, the body that you already have, just being comfortable with who you are and also being okay with making changes. So I'm sharing this from my perspective as a health coach, a personal trainer, a nutritionist, and a women's health registered nurse. So many people in my fields aren't necessarily known to be body positive because they seem to be more interested in health and like how do we find that whole groove is kind of what we're talking about today. How do we come to terms with the idea that we might want to make changes to our body for the sake of health or confidence or energy, but we also want to be okay with how we look however and at whatever size and all of that stuff, right? So it's like there's a lot of gray area in there. So we're gonna get into that today. And I've got a bunch of affirmations to sort of catapult you from wherever you are right now towards really, truly starting to love your body. So if you believe in affirmations, then you're gonna love these. And if you don't believe in affirmations, then you need to start practicing these anyway and just see if it's something that you end up liking. It certainly can't hurt, right? So stick with me today. These are things that I want you to use. There's 5 weeks left of the year. And I want you to use these affirmations through the end of the year to see if you can just make a little bit of progress in your mindset about your own body before the end of the year. So if you're joining me live, please say hello so I can say hi back to you right now. And if you're watching the replay, let me know you're watching the replay. I always come back and comment. If you've commented before on my videos, then you know I always come back and say hello to you even if you're watching the replay. Hey Kahinde, thanks for joining. So if we haven't met yet, my name is Tara and I help women get healthy, fit, and strong. I do this through virtual coaching, so I am so lucky, so thankful, so grateful that I get to work with people from all over. So even if you don't live in New York where I live, I can still help you on your journey to transformation for your health. So let's talk about this body positivity, right? A lot of people wonder, sorry, my connection is getting weird. If you can see me, I'm just gonna wait until I have better internet here. Okay, sorry. We just lost the internet for a second there. So a lot of us, we have things about our body we might want to change, right? We may have a little extra fat on our body, or maybe we're noticing things like our blood pressure creeping up or our blood sugar, or other signs of inflammation, and we want to change that. The thing is, you can't come from a place of negative emotions to change something and make a positive change, right? You can't hate your body thin or hate your body healthy. That stuff just doesn't work. And I'm not just saying that because I don't want you to do that, because I don't, but I'm saying that also because it actually doesn't work. So you might have seen videos in the past, and if you haven't, we'll get into this more in the future too, but there's a whole cycle that happens when you're trying to make a change. And first what happens is that there's a situation, and it's just like a fact, it's what's going on. Then you have a thought about that situation, and here's where you place the judgment. This is where you decide if that's good or bad. So this is the thought process is where you decide if you like your body or you hate your body, or you like this part or you hate this part. That's kind of where we pick ourselves apart. From that thought, whatever it is, if it's a positive thought or a negative thought, you develop a feeling. And so if that feeling is negative, if you're feeling shameful about your body, if you're feeling discouraged about being able to change anything, from that feeling, you won't be able to go on to take an action that is going to help you yield the result that you want to yield, okay? So real quickly, it goes situation, thought, emotion, action, and result. So you have a situation, you have a thought about that, and you get a feeling. Now, if that feeling is negative, you're not going to then take positive action, okay? I mean, you can argue that some people will do it anyway by following these really ridiculously strict diets and starving themselves and all of those things, but that isn't real sustainable good action for the future, right? So what we need to do is we need to change that thought process, because if we change the way you're thinking about your body, then you'll have a more positive feeling. And when you have a more positive feeling, then you will actually go on to take better action so that you can get the result you want. So you're actually able to change more if you end up becoming comfortable with the way things are right now. I know that sounds crazy. I'm going to repeat it because it sounds like an oxymoron. You will be able to make more change if you actually become okay with how things are right now and don't feel such a need to change, okay? So if you can learn to love your body the way it is right now, you will have a place, a nice solid foundation to be able to make more change. So what we want it to look like, let's just say you do want to change something. You want to lose some fat. You want to get healthier. You want to lower that blood pressure, whatever. You want to say, I'm okay with the way things are right now. I love my body for different reasons, and I can also improve it in the future. I can also optimize my health. I can also gain more energy. I can also be very confident. Hey Faith, thanks for watching. So you're coming from a place of accepting where you're at right now, and also being okay with changing. It's a fine line between those two things. It's kind of a balancing act. But if you're coming from a place of hating where you're at right now, you won't go through that cycle and be able to make the changes that you want it to make. Hey, Faith. So let's go through that again real quick, okay? So the situation is, well, let's use weight, because a lot of people go with the weight. The situation is I weigh 200 pounds, okay? It's just a fact. It's not negative. It's not positive. It's just a fact. But then from the situation, you get a thought. So that thought that you put on it is really a judgment. So if your judgment is, oh, I can't believe I weigh 200 pounds. I really shouldn't weigh 200 pounds. Then the feeling you get from that thought that you created is shame, or you're discouraged, or something like that. And what do you think from shame or being discouraged? Do you think that you're going to then be in a place that you want to take some great action for yourself, and from that great action get results? No. So when you're feeling those negative emotions now, you're feeling shameful, let's just say, because you judged yourself the way that you did. From that shame, you're going to either do nothing to change it, or you're going to go right back into your patterns of whatever it is that you go to when you're feeling those ways. So a lot of people actually turn to food, and then they end up making the situation worse and worse and worse, right? So instead, if we can go back to whatever the situation is, your body is the way it is right now. Whatever it is, it's fine. Your body is okay however it is right now. If you can think about it and get okay, and I'm going to give you some tools, but if you can get okay with the way that your body is right now, then you're going to start to have some more positive feelings as a result, and those positive feelings will help you as a springboard to take action, okay? So from the positive emotions, then you'll end up being able to take positive actions towards whatever you want, and you'll get positive results from that, okay? So the place that we need to intervene is in the thought process. So the situation is, your body is however your body is right now. Stretch marks, acne, overweight, whatever. It doesn't matter, right? It's whatever it is, it's you, it's beautiful, it's unique, right? And I'm going to help you get there. Trust me, I'm going to help you get there. Then you get okay with accepting it, and you will start to see that once you accept it, you're going to want to love on your body. You're going to want to make those positive changes because it's going to make you feel good. You're not hating on yourself, okay? All right, so let's get into some of the affirmations. We have 5 weeks left of the year, okay, of 2018, 5 weeks left. And I have 5 affirmations that go in a sequence to kind of catapult you towards the next week. And the idea here is that you're going to end the year just feeling a bit better about yourself. Now, I'm not going to lie and say that this is going to be a magic cure and it's going to just happen like that. But it's going to feel silly at first. That I know for sure. It's going to feel silly at first. but it can't do any harm. And in fact, I think you're going to notice that you're going to start to get more comfortable with yourself. So even if it helps you a little bit and you enter the new year feeling better about your body, you're going to be more likely to take those changes that are going to help to fuel your body. You're going to be more likely to exercise because you're celebrating your body rather than exercise because you're feeling ashamed about your body. Okay? So I've said before too, I think it's important to note about body positivity while we're on the subject. Everybody who comes to me, anybody that I see, is great the way that they are. They're totally fine until you tell me otherwise. So if you're feeling like you've got great health, you've got great energy, and you've got, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. You've got great health, you've got great energy, and you've got great confidence, then you don't need to change a thing. I don't care what size you are. And this is where the body positivity comes in. You need it for yourself, but we need to have it for each other, right? So we're supposed to be different shapes and sizes. Some of us are tall, some of us are tiny like me. Some of us are curvy, some of us aren't. Our bodies are all different, and it's beautiful that way, right? Like we don't want to go and see that artists paint the same picture over and over and over again. We like the diversity. And it's the same thing with our bodies. It's kind of a beautiful thing that we can be healthy, confident, and have plenty of energy at various different sizes, at various different shapes, okay? What I'm talking about and the people that I help are the ones that say they're not completely healthy. They don't have tons of confidence, and they don't have plenty of energy. That's when we need to make a change, because those are some signs that show that you need to make a change, not just based on somebody's exact specific measurements or because you don't look like the person that is on the magazine or whatever. So just pay attention. How's your health? How's your confidence? How's your energy? If something's off there, I can help you. If something's not off there, you don't need any help, okay? So let's start with affirmation number 1. So whether you're coming from a place like I hate my body, or I dislike it, or you're picking it apart in the mirror, or poking at it, or whatever, first of all, I want to say, if you have children at home, please stop doing that. Even if you don't say things out loud, they notice if you're making comments. I can't eat that because of my weight. I'm on a diet. They see you kind of scrutinizing yourself as you look in the mirror at your butt or whatever. They see those. You don't have to say anything out loud. If your face drops when you look at yourself in the mirror, I promise you, if you have children in the house, they see that. They're watching that and they're picking it up. You need to stop, even if this is not just for you right now. For the sake of your children, please do that. The best thing that you can do for anybody, I was going to say especially for little girls, but really for anybody, is to show them that you can be confident about yourself regardless of the way it looks or whatever, because they take that and they grow up with that. And that's really an awesome, awesome gift to give them from a young age, okay? So let's start working on it now. So wherever you're coming from, however you feel about your body right now, we're going to say I hate my body as an example, because a lot of people do come to me saying that, unfortunately. From there, we're going to do a slight little upgrade. And for the next week, I want you to say, I have a body. So instead of saying, I hate my body, or picking yourself apart or looking at different things, I just want you to simply go to the affirmation, I have a body. Okay, because that's kind of hard to disagree with, right? We know that we have a body, and we're just kind of taking something that was negative and we're turning it neutral, okay? We're not making this big jump. We're not going from I hate my body to I love my body. We're just saying I have a body, okay? And for a week, I want you to every day out loud, it doesn't have to be in front of anybody. It can be in front of the mirror. It can be when you're driving in the car, but out loud to yourself, I want you to say, I have a body. As many times as you can. You know, if you're in front of the mirror, maybe say it 10 times in a row. And then at night, say it another 10 times. If you're someone who likes to write things down, I'm kind of a pen and paper person, then write it down too. Do a little journal about this and just write out a couple of times, I have a body, I have a body. It's going to feel ridiculous. You know, you might even feel like it's ridiculous just hearing me say it. And that's okay. Like I said, number 1, it can't hurt to try this. And number 2, what do you have to lose, right? If it helps just a little bit, let's try it. It does help people, by the way. P.S. I've done this with people, and it does help for a lot of people. So you're gonna say, I have a body, I have a body, I have a body for a week straight, okay? So 5 weeks left of 2018, week number 1, you're saying, I have a body. Anyone who's watching, can you type it? Hey Amy, thanks for joining. Can you type in the comments? Can you be like my secretary right now? Just write, week 1, I have a body. So people watching and watching the replay can see what it is. Week number 1, the affirmation is, I have a body. That's it, okay? We're taking it from negative and we're going neutral. Week number 2 is going to be, my body allows me to blank, okay? And you can even take it a step further and say, my body allows me to blank and I love blank, okay? Those 2 blanks are gonna be the same thing. So let's say you love to ski. You could say, my body allows me to ski and I love to ski, okay? So this is, you could see we went from negative to neutral and now we're slightly tipping positive, but nothing too crazy. Your body allows you to do something and something that you love to do. My body allows me to go for walks. My body allows me to play with my children. My body allows me to knit my favorite, a blanket, whatever. It could literally be anything that you do with your body, which is so much of what we do in a day. And you just have to say, my body allows me to blank and I love to blank, okay? So notice we're bringing the word love in there, but we're not saying that you love your body, okay? Again, this is like a stepwise approach. So it's something positive about your body, but it's not too hard to grasp, okay? So that's number 2. Number 3 then becomes, I like my body for what it does for me, okay? So it's playing on the thing that you did before, so we're gonna use the ski as an example. I like, my body lets me ski, and I love to ski, okay? So now this is, I like my body for what it lets me do. So now you're starting to turn it and feel a little bit more positive about your own body, right? So instead of just focusing on what you like, the activity that you like that your body does, you're internalizing it a little bit more and realizing that you like the fact that your body is doing that for you, right? So now we're starting, this is the first affirmation, week 3, that you're actually starting to say something positive specifically about your body, okay? We're gonna take it there gradually. So week number 1, I have a body. Week number 2, my body allows me to blank and I like to blank. And week number 3 is, I like what my body does for me. Okay, week number 4 then becomes, I like my body. So I like what my body does for me, turns into I like my body. Okay, now week number 5, and this is the last week of the year. This is gonna be, the challenging part of this is that it's right during the holidays, and it's a time when often we feel like we've lost control and spiraled out of control with missing our workouts and eating all of the things and all of the sugar and the caffeine and the salt and the alcohol, all of that stuff, right? So this is challenging, but at the same time, this is the week right before those New Year's resolutions. And how awesome would it be if you're starting to feel your best about your body at a time when you're probably going to want to make a resolution? Tell me here if you guys set resolutions. If you're a resolution person, raise your hand or say me or something in the comments, okay? I'm gonna pause to have some coffee. Speaking of caffeine, I'm gonna pause to have some coffee right now. This is my mug here. I know it's backwards. It says, this is how I roll with a stroller. A friend of mine got this for me when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I just love this so much. And on the other side it says, new mommy. And I think I'm gonna use this forever, even though I'm not a new mommy anymore. And then, oh, while we're pausing here, my shirt says Mommy Elf. My kids have matching ones on. So my son is wearing Little Elf, and my daughter's wearing Big Sister Elf right now. So, sorry for shaking. Okay, so that was a little pause. I want to know if you're a resolution person. Just tell me you're a resolution person, yes or no. You don't have to say what your resolution is. If you want to, sure. But let me know if you're a resolution person. So this week is, hey Felicia, thanks for joining. So this last week now of the affirmations is setting yourself up. It's like that last tee up right before, look, I'm getting all excited and I'm shaking the the desk here. It's the last thing right before you're going into the new year and trying to come up with a plan for your New Year's resolutions and all of that. This is the time that you're gonna say, week number 5, I love my body. You're gonna say it over and over again. You're gonna look yourself in the mirror and say it. You're gonna say it out loud in the car. You're gonna write it down. Any combination of those things or whatever feels right to you. But it's important to say it out loud and not just think it. It actually does something neurologically where it feels more real when you're saying it out loud. So, most likely, this is going to be the one that feels the most awkward. Even though we did a stepwise approach and we didn't just jump right into I love my body, there's still something it's hard to say that out loud. So you got to do it anyway. That's the thing about affirmations is you have to do it anyway, even when it feels funny. And just see if by the 10th time you said it, by the 40th time you said it, if something starts to resonate. By the end of these 5 weeks, if you do this, it's not going to take much time at all. We're talking about maybe a few seconds to a minute or two at the most each day that you're going to do this. And by the end, you will be feeling, even if it's slightly, but you'll be feeling more positive about your body. And it's going to come at a time when that positivity is going to allow you to make changes if you want to. So here's how we reconcile the difference between wanting to change something, wanting to optimize our health, and also wanting to get really comfortable with being okay with whatever the heck shape we are, whatever the heck size we are. It's totally cool. So I'm going to say it one more time, all the 5 different affirmations. There's 5 weeks left of 2018, and here's what you're going to say. 1 affirmation for each week. Say them over and over as much as you can. Okay? Week number 1, which is now, starting today, you're just going to say, I have a body. I have a body. It's neutral. It's not hard to say, okay? It feels weird, but it's not hard to say, I have a body, I have a body, I have a body. Week number 2, my body allows me to blank, and I love to blank, okay? My body allows me to ski, and I love to ski. My body allows me to walk, and I love to walk. It could be anything. You fill in your blanks. Week number 3, I like what my body does for me, okay? So think back to whatever you picked for week number 2, and it's like, yeah, my body allows me to do that. That's cool. I like what my body allows me to do, okay? Week number 4, I like my body. I like my body. I like my body. I like my body. Over and over, okay? And then week number 5, and this is a tricky one, but I know you could do it. I love my body. 4 words. I love my body. Say it as often as you can. Look yourself in the eyes in the mirror. Say it out loud in the car. This one is a great one. If the kids overhear this one, who cares? You're saying, I love my body. If your kids are a little older, they might make fun of you for this one, but it's not really a bad influence for them, right, to hear you saying that. I love my body. I love my body, okay? And watch how that positivity allows you to accomplish even more. Watch how that positivity makes you want to exercise a little more, makes you want to choose the healthier foods, makes you want to even prioritize sleep or whatever. When you're feeling better about yourself, you're going to want to take care of yourself, okay? You have people in your life that you absolutely love, and you want to take good care of them because you absolutely love them. And that's the place that we want to get to for yourself. When you absolutely love yourself, you will want to absolutely take care of yourself, okay? So that's the goal here, body positivity. Let's not hate on ourselves ever, but as we head into this month where it's very easy to get all caught up in things and feeling garbagey about what we're eating and what we're doing, let's stay strong, let's stay positive, and let's even, gain on our goals a little bit so that we're ending the year on a really, really high note, all right? Tell me if you're in. Are you gonna do these affirmations? Say, I'm in, I'm doing them, I wanna know. Not only do I wanna know, but whoever's watching the video now and whoever's watching the replay later will be inspired to hear that you're doing it too. Sometimes all it takes is one person to comment, I'm gonna do it, and people are like, yeah, me too, I'm gonna do it. So you never know what kind of cascade you're gonna start by saying that. So let me know in the comments, you're gonna do it, okay? If you guys want to maybe talk a little bit about this some more, come on over to Lean In with Tara Allen Health. That's my Facebook group. It's free. You're welcome to join. I'm sharing tons of healthy, delicious, awesome, tasty recipes. I do it every single week. I also have weekly challenges and weekly workouts and all kinds of good stuff in there. So come on over there. I'll post a link in the comments, and I'd love to see you inside. All right, have a great day. See you in the next video. Bye.